I want to have kids eventually at the right time. I don't want to rush into anything, but I do want my own family. And I just want to make my little mark on the world.
This was the beautiful Sanaa Lathan at 45 years old, saying that she does not want to rush. Could it be that the lack of urgency is part of the problem? Have you ever wondered why some of the most beautiful, successful Black women never marry and seem to get the family they once talked about? Ebony K. Williams has said that there is a crisis going on amongst attractive Black women. Do you agree or disagree?
We are all single here on this panel. Are you single?
I am definitely single.
I'm newly single.
Yeah.
I've been single a very long time.
Yeah.
And
Single.
and all successful,
Yes.
which is scary. So it is that hard,
It's-
right?
it's-
We're saying it's not that hard, but you have 4 successful women.
Because the success is not to our advantage.
Beautiful.
Romantic
Now,
Black women that I know. Most of us, contrary to popular belief, don't just want a man. We want the man that we want. We want a man that we desire. We want a man that we're actually attracted to. Physically, emotionally, psychologically, intellectually. And if you're not that, you know what I
That is a
mean?
whole lot,
to
right,
ask.
nowadays.
It is a lot to ask.
It's not a lot
It's
to ask.
not.
I actually think it is.
No, I swear to God, everybody trying to convince us that we need to accept the bare minimum needs to go somewhere. No, that is not a lot to ask. I swear to God, the bar's in hell.
No, but I agree with you because
I
if
just
they
don't
have
want
all
it.
that,
Was
they
my
want
my
love.
point.
Yeah, they want
so
someone
if you're not all of those things, if I don't desire you, I really don't want you. Real boss men, they do not desire a financial or an intellectual equal. They are not attracted to it. It is a turn off. The PP goes burp, burp, burp. It does. I'm telling y'all the truth. They did not go to law school, L'Oreal, so they could end up with a peer. They went to law school, they went to medical school, they went to Harvard MBA so that they could be the dominant, so that they could run the shop.
Black women are uncovered and nobody cares. And you can say, well, Nika, that's not fair for you to say that. You can't speak for all Black women. Okay, fine. Let's use the Ebony K. Williams and Melissa Ford clip as an example. And let's examine what they said. And they'll talk a lot about what men don't want, how hard it is for them, how society is not fair, how everybody else, men and society, need to change. And they'll conclude with how they're not going to change. Melissa Ford said, we're not asking for too much. She's like, that's not too much to ask. 6-pack, 6 figures, 6 feet tall. What do you mean? They kind of have all the answers. They know. These are smart women. I'm saying that nobody cares because they don't care. Is because when people care, when you care about something, you care about your outcomes, you care about your results, you have a system of checks and balances, and you're constantly measuring, your progress, your success, your failures, and you're trying to improve. You're trying to get closer to your goal. Is there a crisis? Perhaps. But the biggest crisis, in my opinion, is in our minds. I used to live in Minnesota. Some of you know this. I have a video about my experience. And yes, there was a crisis. I made a decision to get out of Minnesota. So that was a deliberate action to change my outcomes. Any other crisis, from that point on, the things that still persisted when I changed my location was the crisis in my mind. Because now I've moved myself, so I can't say it's society, I can't say it's Minnesota, I can't say, it's the state where I live. Now I am somewhere different. and if I'm having the same results in a new location, if I'm in a new location and I'm having the same results, then perhaps the crisis is me. Perhaps the crisis is either me physically or in my mind, right? In conclusion, I started this channel because I was curious about the uncovered and invisible Black woman. There is so much to learn, so much that Black women don't know about the opposite sex and ourselves. I hope these videos help to expose and explain the uncovered and invisible Black woman. This was another curated legacy production, and I am here to make the invisible visible about modern Black women. I highlight the things that Black women didn't tell you about. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comment. Click the links in the description box. Join the Black and Invisible YouTube membership group and check out my book on Amazon. Shout out to everyone who has donated via Super Thanks right here on YouTube. You can also donate to the channel via Cash App. The link is in the description box. And as always, stay tuned for more videos.